Toad's place too. They had the jacuzzi in the dressing room, but they said George Clinton is the one that broke it. He was the last person in it.
Broke it
With like 7 girls.
He was trying to find something to make a crack pipe with.
Shout out George Clinton, the P-Funk one time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Jeff London, DJ Jason Smith.
Here come the bang.
When the sun goes down, the music turns up. A whole new world opens up behind the velvet rope. Join us as we take you behind the scenes of the nightlife world.
Are you ready?
DJ Jason Smith, Jeff London. I'm the promoter, he's the DJ podcast, live from Boston, Massachusetts.
3-2, Jason's winning rock, paper, scissors.
You know I am, bro.
The comeback tour. 3-2 and rock, paper, scissors. Nice job.
I came back. Jeff came out the gate really strong, though, with the rock, paper, scissors. Episode 20. We kind of got tired of just staring at each other during that long intro. So we thought, hey, why not play rock, paper, scissors? We were going to have a staring contest, but that only lasted like not even an episode. We cut it.
Yeah, we cut it.
We did it, and it was so awkward staring at it, this beautiful man, that we actually had to restart the episode because it was just so awkward. Like,
so much sexual tension.
So much. You could like really see how much in love I am with this bearded grizzly bear of a gentleman. If you would be a grizzly bear if you were into the LGBT too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'd be a bear.
I would be.
You are a great big teddy bear, and I'm so thankful that you are my buddy and we do this fun shit together.
Thankful as well, buddy.
Yeah, man. Episode 20.
Wow.
Damn, we've been doing this shit for 20 weeks. I think we missed 1 week because it was a holiday.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, what was it? Memorial Day?
Yeah.
1
week. Yeah. Wow, it's a long time.
So 21 weeks we've been doing this, and we can't thank you guys enough for listening to us
really appreciate
talk this weird bullshit and have fun. And I mean, nobody else shares stories from nightlife like this that I know. You know what I mean? Like strictly like in culture, and then Jeff brings in the beautiful positive news network and his story time.
Some Yelp reviews on the negative side.
Yeah, and the fun Yelp reviews because they are fucking hilarious.
We'll get into those. We got a big episode today. Big episode,
definitely.
We'll start with some questions of the week.
Oh, I like questions. They're a great starting point for us to start the show too. It's like the warm up, you know what I mean? It's like
we're like 4 logged back. We're like 4 weeks logged back. So keep sending the questions.
Oh, that's sick, bro. Yeah,
I got them lined up.
Jeff handles a lot of this stuff, and this is his baby, and I'm just the sidekick. I feel like
you're not a sidekick.
And I love it.
You're a co-host.
Because I get so excited seeing you get excited about doing this podcast.
I do get excited.
And to see my friend happy is a tremendous, beautiful thing. That
it is good, nice to be happy.
Yeah.
All right, now who says the crazier things? Here's the question of the week. Does the promoter or the DJ see crazier things?
Oh, damn, son. That's a really great question.
Yeah. I think you know who asked this question?
Who?
A DJ.
I think you know who you should ask this question to? A promoter.
No, but who? No, but the person that asked us the question was a DJ.
Oh, okay. But you ready for this though?
Yeah.
That's like comparing apples to oranges. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because what I see is not what a promoter sees. A promoter sees the real shit that goes on because it's not happening in the club. It's happening at the front door with people that can't get in. Girls getting dragged out because they're drunk. Somebody saying, well, don't you know who I am? Why am I waiting? You don't know who my dad is?
That's not crazy. That's normal. Now you have the bird's eye view from the DJ booth. You're like the eagle. You're just like, so, if you scan the room, I'm sure you see some crazy shit.
I have a story. Actually, this was one of the craziest things.
Right,
I have a few. I've definitely seen some crazy shit.
I'm not going to tell my craziest ones. I'll tell some crazy ones, but you go ahead.
I was like 17, 18, and this was upstate New York, and I was still making it. And there's a club on the corner. Shout out to the Ice House, my first DJ gig ever.
Is Ice House still around?
I believe it might be, dude.
Is it with Ice House beer?
That was the fucking logo, dude.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, they got sued. They're out of there.
And then, like, they had all like the Ice House beer,
like swag and stuff.
Yeah, like the paraphernalia. Would that be the word?
Cardboard cutouts. And
they had like the hood of the race car that said Ice House on it and shit.
Neon
signs. It was so awesome. Well, I'm glad I had that moment there because that curated me and prepped me to become the DJ that I am. It was that stepping stone that got me to propel me to the next level. So shout out to the Ice House and Drew Peters and everybody that really gave me a shot at this, because without those guys I would not be doing this shit. I'd still be in my mom's basement playing records.
So tell me the craziest story.
The craziest story was there's this crazy family that lived next door to the club.
The Whites?
Basically like the Whites of West Virginia.
Yeah.
Like this hillbilly family, and they would just drive, like the bouncers would always have fights with these people, right? Yeah. So one time the guy's like riding his bike and he's coming down. He's got his shirt off and shit, and he's like got his 10. It's like a rusted out 10 speed for like 1984.
Love it.
He's like, "Fuck you guys!" And he's giving the finger, and he's like, "I'll kill you guys!" Da, da, da. He turns the corner, right into a parked car. The bouncers ran up on him, beat the shit out of him. It was so his shoe flew up in the air. No, that was this girl that I know. She was walking across the street. She got hit by a car.
Oh, jeez, that's another story.
Shoe flew up in the air. Same corner, bro. Same corner.
That corner stinks.
And she was all right. She just took it like a champ and walked away like a
champ.
Yeah, she was probably intoxicated.
What else have you seen from the DJ?
This was one of my first gigs in New York City. I can't tell you the club because I can't remember. It was like at that time where like GBH or GHB was like kind of like a drug.
It's still a drug.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like it was like people were doing it in like mainstream clubs. Mm-hmm. This girl's just staring at me. She's got her hand like the DJ booth like this. She's just standing there like this, watching me DJ, and she just goes, boom!
Hits the floor?
Hits the floor so hard. She sounded like this.
Did she wake up when she hit the floor?
Dude, I didn't know what to do because it was like an L-shaped booth like this, and like the DJ booth was here, so she was standing on the cushions like looking at me and just like saw her eyes roll back her head just fall, and I just go, yo, what do you want me to do, man? I don't know. That's pretty funny. I don't really see that much crazy stuff.
Has somebody come to the DJ booth and knocked your turntables needle off the turntable floor?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's not crazy. It's just pissed off.
That's happened more than one occasion.
Yeah,
actually, one of my first. No, it was at a State. Remember a State? That happened one night when I was on stage. They used to pack that stage up. Yeah, they would never have security around me, and this guy kept on hitting the turntable.
I was skipping,
like, bro. Yo, give me some room, man.
Give me some room, bro.
Give me some room, space. So I think that you see some more crazier things, but they're not crazy to you because they're the norm. But if you put a normal person out there, that shit would be crazy. I do not get to see as much crazy stuff as you do. The only reason I saw half the stuff that I saw was because I was outside.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen the craziest
stuff.
The
outside element is so crazy.
Bananas. So recently, well, not recently, but sometimes when I don't drink at night, it's even crazier because you just pay more attention to what's going on, and you can see some of the craziest things ever with people with drinking and craziness. Yeah, I've seen a lot of.
And maybe you know what, the entitlement that comes with that too, because they get them whiskey balls.
Maybe I should do a segment on craziest things as a VIP host someday.
I think that'd be
story time. Crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be a celebrity or something.
We can do some crazy
shit, dude.
Yeah, speaking of shit, I've seen people poop their pants. That's a different story, though.
Oh my God, I saw that 2 weeks ago.
Well, you probably saw the same person.
It was the same person?
It wasn't the first time, but anyways.
I know that's what everybody told me that night, too.
Yeah.
That sucks. And she had white pants on.
I know.
So it was the same person.
All right, next question. How does a DJ or a promoter kick out friends out of the DJ booth for a big event? All right, you and Alesso were DJing last week.
Yeah, I was with Alesso, yeah.
Your homie comes in the DJ booth. Well, he was with you before. Say, we're just hypothetical.
Yeah.
How do you kick your boy out?
That's mad easy. My boys kind of know the drill already.
Samesies.
I think people that we've been in this business long enough where our friends kind of know the situation and they can read it. I've had times where I have friends in the booth that get super intoxicated and it's like I'm trying to do a job and I have to babysit my friends at the same time. And I find that to be very disrespectful to me because I'm trying to perform.
Yeah. I mean, I always
smell me, dog?
I smell me, dog. No, that's what I always do. I'm like, you stay with me right here. Like, not treating my friends as dogs, but stay by my side. I'll introduce your person, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
Play your role. Stay in your lane.
Know your role, homie.
Stay in your lane. That's what it is.
I like that. Those are great answers.
I think
those are great
questions.
Yeah, I agree.
The second question is
it's really easy.
No, but it's difficult to
be that friend.
No, to tell your friend, hey, guy. Sometimes, all right, so the other night, the guys at Memoir have been pretty strict about having people behind the booth, which is cool. Now, they're not kicking my friends out, of course. I'm special. But when the big talent comes in, if they come with a large crew, obviously, if I'm playing, I could have one person, but I can't have two or three.
Right.
So I have to tell them, listen, you're good here until Ross or Rick Ross or like 50 comes in, then you guys have to just step to the side for a minute. When they're done, you could come back. That's how it used to be for me in Atlantic City, too. I used to bring people to Atlantic City. Yeah. The booth was a little tight. In the VIP table that they usually put the celebrities or the performers at was next to the booth. So my friends would be stuck between the DJ booth and the celebrity table, and that's not a good place for them to be. So I said, you're good until the talent comes and then you got to move and then when the talent leaves you're free to do whatever you want.
Right.
So that's basically the way it is. So sick questions, keep them coming in.
Going.
I'm the promoter, he's the DJ.
DM us.
Yeah, DM us.
On Tuesday we ask the questions, so reply to those.
Yeah, I always put it up. Jeff puts it up and I always it wouldn't be
retweet it.
It's not tweet.
Regram it.
Regram it. And I send it to you guys. That's what we do.
Can we get a little Yelp review?
Woo!
I'ma get on Yelp.
Yep. We could get some Yelp review. That was so awkward. Let me do my job, bro. You didn't give me a chance to hit the button, son.
Well, because you were hitting this or that.
I didn't mean to hit that.
I heard it. That's why
Nobody
I said
knew, though. It's like when I mess up a mix like last night. Nobody knew.
I know.
Jeff knows because he's a DJ. All right, let's get into these Yelp reviews. It's some of our fans' favorite segment of the show and something that Jeff loves to do because he finds these funny things and he's amazing at it. So what do we got, Jeff?
All right, our first one's from Grace S.
Grace
says, me and my friends went here for New Year's Eve. The bouncers were extremely rude and is very overpriced. The bathroom flooded and they closed the whole back room. My $14 Long Island iced tea wasn't good at all. The DJ also missed the countdown. And after it had already been 12 and everyone cheered, he started a countdown, which was really confusing. It was not worth the money, and I won't ever go back there. Well, Grace, there's a few problems with this one.
First of all, you should never order a Long Island iced tea because there's no doubt about that's not going to taste good.
There's no such thing as a Long Island iced tea and go, oh my God, that was delicious. That's wrong. There's no such thing.
The only reason you're ordering a Long Island iced tea is because you're trying to get lit.
Yeah.
Because nobody's drinking, nobody's going, Jeff, we're not going to like Ocean Prime or somewhere like, or like a fancy restaurant, Mastro's or whatever it is, and be like, can I get a Long Island iced tea with my steak?
Never.
No.
Never. That's to get lit.
I haven't had a Long Island iced tea since I was 17 years old. Sorry, Mom.
The second part of it is the DJ missing the countdown, which is hilarious. everyone cheering, and then him doing another countdown.
That's pretty amazing.
That's good, fam. Sometimes you gotta miss those things.
Listen, guys, when it comes down to like being a DJ and having to have that moment queued up to the point of like even having it to the TVs, sometimes there's a little delay on the TVs, and it's just like a mess, bro. It's so hard to get that right. I applaud this gentleman for actually knowing that he fucked up and restarting the countdown again on his own terms.
I want to do like 10 countdowns this year. Like an hour to count down. 10.
Yeah. Let's do it like every 15 minutes. That way, by the time it comes to the point of New Year's, we covered all the bases.
Or we drink $14 Long Island iced teas on it. And $14 for a Long Island iced tea is pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, I think any of the venues that I've ever went to,
that's a $20 drink. Yeah,
I never even got a regular drink under like $18. And like
you've never paid for a drink. That
I never did pay for drinks.
Stop.
I don't.
Do you know the prices of bottles?
No, I don't. It's so hard. Speaking of which, sorry to go. No, it's on topic.
It's on topic,
dude. For me to go to a place and actually have to buy a drink is so difficult for me because I've been doing this for 23 years.
Yeah.
And I've never had to pay for a drink ever.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm not an alcoholic, which is great, and I'm really proud of that.
Well, you wouldn't be doing it 20 years if you were an alcoholic.
No,
they don't last that long.
No. So we got another one from Jenny C. What did Jenny C have to say, bro?
I'm so unhappy. I paid $40 for a ticket in Memorial Madness.
What's Memorial Madness?
We're not sure yet.
Okay.
I arrived at 10:10 p.m. and it's almost 13. I don't know what 13 is. And I am still in the line. I see the people on the guest list walking in. This is so unfair. I want my money back. Bouncers are so unfair. They are not respecting the line. I don't know, Jenny.
I don't know, Jenny.
I don't know what 13 is. Is 13 1 a.m.? No, but
military time.
Is 1 p.m. would be 13.
Yeah, 1 p.m. would be 13.
Jenny doesn't know what time it is.
Jenny's definitely not from the block.
Jenny's not from the block. Jenny's still sitting on the block trying to get in. Yeah. Jenny's still unhappy.
Yo, shout out to all the bouncers out there. Yeah. It seems like they're getting beat up in some of these things, and it's not fair. I think, what?
Yeah, it's not their fault.
I got to tell you a secret about bouncers. I feel as though bouncers get all the girls. They always everybody always says DJs and promoters get all the girls. You know who gets all the girls? The bouncers, bro.
Agreed.
They have the most interaction with the females.
Promoters too, but yeah, agreed.
I have zero interaction. I'm working, man. I'm trying. I put my job first, and I've always done that. And I think that's the greatest way to be because, dude, if I'm there to get laid, that means I'm not doing my job right, bro. And I would have made it this.
Go back to the ice house.
I'd be back at the ice house. I think I still have a job offer there.
Nice. We got a final one.
Let's go.
Louis G.
Dude, this guy's hat is killer, by the way. I know we won't show it, but yes.
Wow.
By the looks of this guy, I can't wait for this Yelp review.
It's a long one. Wow. This place is horrible. I've been wanting to check it out for a few weeks before I went last night. Friday night. It was packed, but the DJ was playing very bad Latin music.
First of all, we'll pause that for a second.
All right.
I never heard any bad Latin music ever.
Macarena 10 times in a row.
Oh my God, I got a request last night for Mambo number 5.
Did you play it?
I didn't have it, sir. But I wasn't going to play. I was playing trap hip hop at the moment. And it immediately made me think of you.
Thanks,
but no, for real. Latin music could be bad song, but the I guess the energy is always good. About not 7 or 8. We didn't get that.
So about 7 or 8 horrible songs in a row.
Boo.
At a time, nobody was dancing. I can't stand nightclubs where people don't dance because the DJ is so bad. This is definitely one of those places. I don't mind Latin music, but it better make the people dance, or you're not doing your job as a DJ. Second paragraph. Also, they were dropping napkins or some weird paper from the ceiling every couple of minutes. I guess as some kind of effect. But the napkins were getting stuck to people's shoes. So they were walking around like they had toilet paper stuck to the shoe. Very strange. I don't very understand the napkins falling from the ceiling thing. Let me interject on that. It's called confetti. and they sprayed up through the cannons a lot through CO2.
Either that or like when I DJ in Jersey a lot, they'll take the napkins off the bar and throw them up in the air. So if the DJ was so bad and nobody was dancing, there's a lot of things that made it seem like people are having a good time.
People are popping
regardless
off,
if it was confetti or napkins.
Imagine it being like a terrible 8 songs in a row and somebody shoots off a confetti cannon.
This is something exactly my therapist says. Who cares if this one guy's not having fun? You know what I mean? Like my therapist goes, you can't please everybody when you're DJing.
Very true.
Shout out my therapist.
All right. It was a $30 cover per person. That's a lot of money to pay for bad music and napkins. I bought a few drinks for $14 each. Imagine
still good price.
I wonder.
I'll take 2.
I wonder if he's hanging with
Jenny,
with Grace. Grace.
Was it Grace?
Yeah, he's probably drinking Lion too. Drinks in small cups with not that much alcohol. Bartender was hot. Maybe that's what I paid for. We left after about an hour. It's too loud to talk to people and nobody's dancing. Pointless and overly expensive. My search for good music and dancing in Boston continues.
Well, my friend, by the looks of you, you're going to have a hard time finding a good time because I think you're having a hard time finding a good time within yourself, sir. Maybe you need therapy.
I mean, it looks like everybody was partying around this dude. Confetti cannons going off, people throwing napkins.
The party pooper.
Party pooper.
Party pooper. He was the Debbie Downer of the Latin party. Little did he know he went to a Latin party.
Louis G., the Debbie Downer.
One time.
I'ma get on yo. I'ma get on yo. I'ma get on yo in a minute and review this piece of shit. Place.
Always a very entertainment segment. Shout out Jeff London. Jeff London _ I'm getting this shit down pretty good now. Episode 20. I haven't had no fibs yet. Except for this or that. I almost hit by accident.
Yeah.
Because I got a fat thumb.
Shout out to your fat thumb.
Shout out my fat thumb. Yeah, I see you.
I'm the promoter.
He's the DJ.
We got a special guest today.
My guy. My friend for over a decade.
From Geneva, New York.
I couldn't be more grateful to have him in my life.
The co-founder and lead vocalist of the band Gym Class Heroes, a man with limitless talent.
That's for sure.
Timeless hits, Cupid's Chokehold, Billionaire, Stereo Hearts, and the latest hit, Spoonful of Cinnamon.
Yes.
A man who my co-host Jason spent many tour buses with.
Yes.
We welcome Travie McCoy.
One time, Travie McCoy. Welcome to the podcast, fam. Thank you so much for your time. The new record is fire. We are so excited.
Fuck Hero Baskin.
That's it, man. That's it. I'm so glad you're here, brother. And we're so thankful that you could be a part of our 20th episode.
Yes.
And Travie's not only a friend of mine, but he's also a fan of the show and has been watching it and has been like, yo, what are you going to have me on? And I had to wait for the right moment. We had to make it a celebration, bitches.
It's a celebration. 20th episode.
Bitches.
Yeah, man.
Celebration, bitches.
All right.
So we're going to play a game. It's called Word Association.
Let's do it.
Jeff and I will give you a word, and you run with it. Let's go, Jeff.
All right. So Geneva, New York, an hour to Syracuse, New York. What does Syracuse native Carl Buchner mean to you?
I'm sorry?
What does Carl Buchner mean to you? Earth Crisis lead singer.
Oh shit! I was about to say Earth Crisis and Hellfest and fucking what was that venue in Syracuse that
Landmark Theater?
I
don't know.
No. There's a tiny ass venue in Syracuse. They had all the hardcore shows that they shut it down though, but fucking Earth Crisis, Snapcase, all the motherfuckers. Wow.
So is that what you used to listen to when you were growing up, or?
Oh, I mean all that.
Oh, still listen to it.
Still listen to it. Shout out to Carl too. Like, but here's the thing. I was the only basically the only black non-straight edge kid there smoking cigarettes in the parking lot.
Oh, straight edge, yeah.
But I was wild ready for anybody to step to me, like, because I mean these were like hardline straight edge kids that like they'll beat you up if they see you drinking or smoking. I'm like,
right.
Test me, motherfucker.
I don't think it helps. I think your 6 foot something stature doesn't. That probably worked to your advantage.
I've been 6'5" since I was in 3rd grade.
That's crazy. I love that.
Like, say something.
Go ahead, I dare you. I've been smoking since I was 7, son.
That ass. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's amazing. Actually, Travie and I had to do Trav's just influenced the music so amazing, and we had to sit down and prepare a set for him to DJ an emo night at the Brooklyn at the Brooklyn warehouse or
it was in it was in Brooklyn.
Oh shit, what's the name of it? No, this venue's sick. It was like an old factory.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
And we made a Post Malone blend over
oh my god,
Coheed Cambria.
With Coheed Cambria, yo, the hardest shit ever. And to this day, like
I just found that, by the way.
I'll play that shit for people, and they're just like, "How the fuck?" I'm like,
yeah.
Dude, these live wires connect.
Yo, it's crazy, yo. Those emo nights are crazy.
I had so much fun making that mix. Like
it was good, man. It was fun.
I put you up on a lot of shit too.
Yeah, because I didn't know a lot of that shit. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He always puts me on the track. Trav's always been a good person to be put on to new shit. And he's always had his ear somewhere totally different than his actual creative style. So he uses all those elements outside the universe to bring them in to create his own style, which is amazing. And it's great. So having to be in a wheelchair means what to you?
Oxycontin. Yo, dead ass. Like just a quick story. I don't want to keep you guys, but
you can keep us all day.
Bro, I fucking like. It's a crazy story, but I was in art school in Utica, New York, and a friend of mine OD'd, so I had to go back home for the funeral. And when I got back, all my friends are just all fucking gutter punks, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're from upstate. It's rough, yeah.
Yeah. So when I got back home, they were all fucking shit-faced, like, you know what I mean, crying. Yeah. And they're like, yo, let's go to this party. And I knew, as soon as they said party, I'm like, I knew exactly what they were talking about. It was a frat house down the street. And I'm like, yo, it's not going to work out well. Like, I'm telling you, we're all in our feelings, you know what I'm saying? So we ended up going, right? And fucking, bruh, like, so I go upstairs for like 5 minutes, like talking to this girl, and I hear all hell breaking loose downstairs. I was like, I fucking knew it. And I go downstairs, there's a full-on brawl. You know what I'm saying?
Small town, brawl. Egos, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So listen to this shit. So fucking, I go downstairs, and there was a tray full of Jello shots, so I just started crushing them. I was like, yo, it's going down. It's going down, so I got to get hyped, you know what I mean? So I'm crushing Jello shots. So I got I'm like...
Just shoot, not even, just all up in it.
I'm like, who want it? Mouthful of Jello. Anyway, so I look across the room, and my homegirl Kathy, like, she, like, notice she's beautiful, but she kind of looks like a dude. She's a lesbian. She looks like a dude, kind of. And some dude, like, hit her in the face, and I saw that shit, and, bro, like,
oh, man.
I spit the Jello shots out, jumped across the fucking room, grabbed a cue ball, and I hit this motherfucker as hard as I could. Grab a cue ball off the table and smack the shit out this motherfucker, right? But, like, as I followed through, there was beer all over the floor, so I slipped. And when I landed on my back, my foot was up here.
Oh, you did a Conor McGregor?
Yeah, exactly. My shit popped out to the side. So I was like here, and I'm like, oh shit, like so, like now I'm on the ground getting stomped out, like they stomping the shit out of me, like, and then my homies like they're pulling me out. I'm still getting kicked and shit, like, but So, anyways, they brought me to the hospital, and they're like, you've been drinking, so we can't give you any painkillers. Blah blah blah. Long story short, I ended up in the hospital. Or I had to go to the fucking funeral on crutches, and with my knee the size of a fucking softball. It was disgusting. I had to go to the funeral like that, and then had to get surgery like a week or so later, and ended up in a wheelchair for 8 months.
Wow.
With a fucking cast. With a cast from my ankle to the top of my thigh.
Damn.
Worse. So
wow.
Whenever I hear wheelchair, I just think about that. And then they put me on Oxycontin, which started a whole fucking downward spiral. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And So, like, whenever I see a wheelchair or
you get like PTSD almost, right?
Absolutely, bro. Like, it's like
the world.
It is what it is. Like
the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web spun it a little different. They said that you got it in a skateboarding accident, and they said during this skateboarding accident, while you were in the wheelchair, you couldn't go outside, so you developed a love for music. That's how the World Wide Web spun it. But I like
Web lies.
I actually knew this story.
They also say that my birthday is the 5th, but it's the 6th. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
All right, the next one we got, Fat Beats.
Mm-hmm. Fat Beats. Oh my God! Come on, Percy P.
Yep.
First thing pops in my mind is Percy P.
Yeah.
Fucking nonfiction.
Wow.
Yeah, nonfiction. I still play that.
DJ Eclipse, Cage. Fucking, but beyond that, like taking trips down to, I'll get on the Greyhound and go down to Fat Beats and get records.
West Village, yeah.
And mixtapes, yeah, and bring them back and be like, you ain't got this shit.
Yeah.
I make mixtapes for all my friends, all the homies. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think Cypher Sounds used to work there too.
Yeah, bro, I never met Cypher there, but I mean, I bumped into Eclipse like.
He was always Eclipse was always there.
He was always there, and he has I think he has a podcast or a radio show.
No, with Riz.
What's it called?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's with Riz. Called, it's Eclipse and DJ Riz, yeah.
So when we found each other on Instagram, he sent me a hoodie, and bro, I rock that shit all the time. But
dope.
It's just such a fucking, that whole era was so fly to me, like you know what I mean? Especially like being like like fucking taking the time to. I mean, I think that the ticket was like $14 or $15.
Yeah,
like from Geneva to New York, but the shit took hella long. It was like a 5-hour trip.
Hell long.
10-hour trip back and forth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like
Rap is Out of Control is the name of the show.
Yeah.
With Riz.
Rap is Out of Control. Exactly. Shout out to DJ Eclipse for the hoodie, man.
Yeah, and Riz. Yep.
Yeah. Bro,
that's dope.
But I remember Percy P outside selling mixtapes and freestyling for hours. I met Lord Sear at Fat Beats. It
was just like a little epic like hangout joint, dude. You'd go there and you'd never know who you're gonna run into. Yeah.
Never. It was like the mecca of underground hip hop.
Oh, it's so missed.
Like,
big time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was a vibe, man, for real.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to Bobito too. Like,
yeah, shout out Bobito.
Yeah, man.
Remember Bobito? When he had the shoe store for a while too.
Yeah, that didn't last long though. I don't remember what it was.
No, I forgot the name of it. And then they had Fondle records and shit. They put out all the dope, super underground vinyl. Like, man, actually, I met Sir Menelik there too, way back in the day.
I thought you were gonna say Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Me too.
No. You ain't gonna find Sir Mix-a-Lot fat.
Nah, he in Seattle, chilling.
He's with Fat Booties, not Fat Beats. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for real, Fat Booties.
So, Daddy, get that cash.
Listen.
Yes.
My first. I can't even say 15. I want to say my first 3 seconds of fame ever, like ever. So.
This is great, right?
Yo, this shit is crazy. Yo, fuck, you guys definitely did your homework, bro. Like, this is weird. So, anyways,
we're like trying to be like Nardwar over here. Actually, Travie put me onto Nardwar.
Anyways, yo, that motherfucker, he'll find out some shit about you that the FBI
that even know your mother didn't even know about you.
Bro, like, for real, like. How you know I started jerking off when I was 2?
Yeah. Well, here's a plastic pussy that I got for you. Because he always has gifts. If you don't know, Nardwar always has these questions for these artists, and he has gifts that go with them. So.
But you see their faces, and they're just like, "How in the fuck do you?"
They just draw.
Like,
exactly.
So this daddy get that cash shit. So I mean, always big fan of the Locks, and we signed with a manager. Gym Class Hero signed with a manager that our original guitarist was going to school with, and dude, total douchebag, like fucking complete douchebag. And but somehow he finagled this way to, remember the show Direct Effect on MTV?
Yeah,
well, that's coming up next.
Too. Yeah.
You can go into it. Go into it.
Right,
yeah, that was the next thing.
That was the next
question. Clue and Lala directed, or they hosted Direct Effect, but for some reason, they picked me to do this battle with some dude named I think his name was not the professional. It was the
professor.
It was some bullshit.
I think it was the professor, something like that. I've been trying to look for this footage, by the way, for a long time.
Yo, I have too. I
can't find it.
I've actually
let's hit it. Lala's from here. Let's hit up Lala. See if we can get it.
Oh my God, she looks so good in the new show.
We gotta get it, bro. Like, it was hilarious. Yo, I dug into this dude. Oh, his name was The Specialist.
The Specialist.
And he was like, yeah, I'm from Philly, blah blah blah. But he was from Reading, and I'm like, bro, like
yeah, that's not even close.
It was nowhere near Philly, so like
that's like you claim in New York City and you live in Geneva.
From Geneva, exactly. So I'm battling him. I clown the shit out of him about that. I'm like, bro, you ain't from Reading, or you ain't from Philly, you from Reading, like. Bro, I know the.
How did you find that information prior to the freestyle?
Well, because I knew how far Reading from Philly was. Well, he said, yo, what up? I'm the Specialist. I'm from Philadelphia, blah, blah. And then when they interviewed him, he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Reading.
You caught that.
He was like, yeah, I'm from Reading. And I'm like.
You came in battle prepared.
Yes.
Yeah, you just said you was from Philly, but you from Reading, bro. He's
like, I got ammunition, son.
Yeah, bro. But peep this. So, I smashed this kid. Like, I don't remember. I remember the last line I said. It was something like, I said something like, oh yeah, after I got at him about claiming Philly but being from Reading.
Yeah.
I said, I just exposed your X-Files like Fox Mulder. I'm all for Ninja Turtles combined. You just a foot soldier.
The fact that you remember that shit is insane, son.
Yo, Styles P ran around a whole beach, a whole boardwalk. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yo, it was crazy. And then get this though. So I won the battle, and my prize was I got a cameo in Styles P's video for Daddy Get That Cash.
You don't get a record deal or anything. You just get to stand in the background.
A cameo. So they flew me down. You know what I mean? They did like a lot of like BTS shit, like behind the scenes shit for the video. But I swear my hand to God, bro, if you sneeze, you will miss me in that.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
And I was like, and when it aired, I was like, I had all my friends at the crib. I was like, shit's about to be crazy,
Yeah, he had a premiere party in his house.
And then literally, when I come up, all you see is me going like this. And I'm gone. I'm like, I'm looking up. Some dude's like throwing like. So the whole concept of the video is it traces this dollar bill around like. Where like it goes from like a drug dealer's hands to the bodega to some crazy guy who's
it's like Nas's I got a gun shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Follow the life of a dollar bill instead of a gun.
Same shit. That's right. So when this dude's throwing all his money off his balcony, I'm standing there like this. So like that's all you see of me.
You don't even see
my face. My face was covered like this. Like, bro, I had to look around like, damn. Like, I was so sad. Like,
oh my God, you're like, mom is so proud of you too and shit. You're like, yo.
It was the saddest shit ever, bro.
Oh man.
I'd like to think I made up for it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you did make up for it.
So, that's amazing.
So what? WXSS Milwaukee.
Oh my God. Basically gave us a career. Like, wow. That's crazy. Basically gave Gym Class Heroes a career. Like, they were the first.
What did they play first?
Cupid's Chokehold.
Cupid, yeah.
So they played Cupid's Chokehold.
How did they get a hold of it?
I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. And people started calling in, and I guess back then, radio was crazy back then. So,
right.
So people started picking up, like, damn, like.
It was a catchy record, yeah.
They're getting a lot of plays, blah, blah. Next thing you know, we get added a Kiss. We get added to all these fucking I'm like, and it all started from Milwaukee, man. Like, and I got to give the biggest, hugest shout outs to Milwaukee. Only thing I don't like about Milwaukee is playing at the rave. I love the rave. I love the
rave too. The basement's the best part of the rave.
No, that's the scariest part of the motherfucker. But what's even scarier is right across the street is the hotel where Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yep.
Yeah,
no way.
Yeah, dude. We used to play there a lot. Yeah,
right across the street.
Yeah.
Did they tear it down or somebody still live there?
Somebody still live there.
It's still there, and it's still the same. I think it still has the same name.
Yep.
Oh,
it's crazy, bro.
It's called
I don't remember what it's called.
That's messed up.
It's called not the Continental. Something along those lines, but
that's crazy.
So the rave is actually a huge Masonic temple.
Like big,
mad rooms,
big
right?
Fucking,
like Limelight.
No, it's bigger than the Limelight.
Masonic. It's big eagle, like tiled into the floor.
There's some shit went down in there.
Masonic, some shit went down in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And in the basement, they say it's like
haunted as fuck. If you tip over a chair, it'll like flip back over, and like there's a pool. There's a pool down there and shit. All the artists go down there. It's crazy.
But I will say this, the rave takes care of their fucking artists. Bro.
They do. They were always great.
Remember they'd have all the fucking drapes and like it was like walking into a fucking party in the fucking 60s. You know what I'm saying?
My favorite.
Like mad.
Oh yeah, they had that weird room in the back. Yeah. It was like a trippy room. Well, when you're on tour, shit starts to fall together. Because my favorite back green room was probably Norfolk, Virginia. I forgot the National. I think it was
The
Norva. Yeah. They had
Norva's flat.
They had,
bro. You get the fucking jacuzzi.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
What? Norva's the shit.
And they have a basketball court, fucking tennis ball, like everything, dude.
I'll tell you this shit though. We played a spot in it was either Vermont or Maine, and bro, like I've never felt more appreciated in my fucking life. Like shout out to Norva, shout out to fucking the rave for taking care of us. But this place we played in, I think it was Vermont, and bro, they had a heated pool. They had fucking a hill. They had fucking tricycles for us to ride. Mountain bikes. Like bro, they had anything a kid could, like a grown ass kid could want for you. Like I was like, fuck, I don't want to play the show no more. I just want
to stay backstage. Yeah, we usually go back to the bus sometimes, in Norval like that. I don't know this many though.
All day. You play the show and get back. You get back on the bus and get your fucking sweaty clothes off and fucking chill in your drawers. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this place had a heated pool with a fucking bar at the end, bro. Like it was crazy.
Dope.
Like,
what's Toad's place too? They had the jacuzzi in the dressing room, but they said George Clinton is the one that broke it. He was the last person in it with like 7 girls.
He was trying to find something to make a crack pipe with.
Shout out George Clinton, the P-Funk one time.
Yeah.
That shit is keeping his heart beating, bro.
All right, Bernie Allen, bro.
Oh man, stop.
Shout out.
Stop. So first and foremost, let me tell you what Bernie Allen means. So, and I
don't even think I know what Bernie Allen means. I can't remember.
So I'm explaining it to you. So, like it's like when you fucking like go in on somebody, like you play the dozens, like when you fucking just clowning somebody. So like, oh, you got burned. You know what I'm saying? So like back in the day, my man Cy, shout out to Cy One, my brother. His dad said back in the day, like if somebody clowned your mom, like, yo, your mom got 3 titties and a fucking dick on her back.
It was like the mama jokes. Yeah, your mama jokes.
Bernie Allen. So Bernie Allen's is one of my side projects that I do with Cy One.
Yep.
And the whole name, the name came from, the explanation his dad gave us, but it was like, fuck it, we gonna fucking burn the whole fucking music, like the whole.
I like that. Yeah.
You know so it's like, but then we found out later that there was a old baseball player named Bernie Allen. So he started using his face and shit too. But
that's funny.
Bernie Allen just means like you burning the shit out of somebody. Like
that's dope.
Like you just shitting all over everybody.
That's like that. It's amazing. It's like that growing up childhood shit, and you just cross over and create it and keep it as your art, dude.
Now, what's schlep rock mean then?
Schlep rock. So listen to this. So that was my rap name.
No.
And you know what?
When you did Direct Effect, was it that? Was your rap name on Direct?
Schlep rock the Bad Luck Woodchuck.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, there it is, the woodchuck.
Yeah, that's fire, son.
And side one was Gray Squirrel. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, that's fire.
Shout out to Gray Squirrel. But so Schlep Rock was so, you know what I mean? Like when I started rapping, I was like, damn, I got to come up with a name, blah blah. And early on, I used to use my I've been writing graffiti since I was like fucking 6. You know what I mean? And my tag is Dep1, so I used to go by Dep1 or Depo, whatever, and I was like, nah, I need a doper rap name, and Schlep Rock was actually he was a character on you remember the Flintstones, obviously,
of course, yeah.
So when Pebbles and Bam Bam grew up, they had the Pebbles and Bam Bam show.
I don't remember.
So it was like, yeah. See, so. You should, because you way older than me, you old motherfucker. Anyway, but
I'm 27 on the show, son.
Nigga, his son is older than me.
Edit that part out. Cut.
He just got Bernie Allen.
Allen.
You got Bernie
Allen. G.
Fire.
Anyway.
I'll take it on the show.
So listen. So they came out with a show later on, like a spin-off of the Flintstones, when Pebbles and Bam Bam grew up. It was called the Pebbles and Bam Bam Show, and there was a character on the show named Schlep Rock, and wherever he went, there was a gray cloud over his head.
Oh, I remember that dude.
Yeah. He had the big hat with the tiger stripes, gray and black stripes. So, and he would walk by flowers, and it'd wilt. And like,
yeah. He's like Debbie Downer of the neighborhood.
Debbie Downer.
Exactly. So like that shit was so synonymous with my life at the time. You know what I mean? I was like the perfect name. I'm like, I'm Schlep Rock the Bad Luck Woodchuck.
I love it.
That's so
good.
Like, but it ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Schlep Rock's back. Schlep Rock's back. Bernie and just to put it out there, Bernie Allen 2 is definitely in full effect.
That's what I heard. Word on the street is. So I had this question. I have to take credit for this one because we also do a segment on the show, and with our guests, we either do word association or you pick this or that. And I wanted to give you this or that because I know it's going to fuck you so bad. Pause.
This or that.
Yeah, it's actually what we play for the theme song. You ready?
Don't get me in trouble, though. Don't get me in trouble.
I'm not. No. Prince or Hall and Oates?
Get the oh, wow.
Got him.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
You gotta pick. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
I would literally cut my wrist the right way if I had to pick one, either or, bro. Like,
wow. Well, first of all,
when I mean the right way, I mean like
the long way. Ain't our first rodeo.
God damn.
So basically, not only does Travie have Hall and Oates on his hands, he's got a kitchen that is dedicated to Prince, and it's a whole purple kitchen.
My whole entire kitchen is purple, and
I love that.
Prince paraphernalia all over, like.
I won't do that to you then.
All right, we won't do that.
All right.
Well,
but if I had, I have to pick Prince. I just gotta. I'll put it out there.
Wow, he did. We got one.
Damn, son! I'm telling Daryl Hall. I'm gonna go see him in Mansfield, Massachusetts.
I love him to death, but it's like, bro, like his story is so.
Prince's stories,
story,
yeah,
of course.
You know, being biracial and growing up, you know what I mean, like with alcoholic parents or whatever, like, bro, like that's like, I don't know Daryl and John's story like I know Prince's story.
Right. No, you can relate to Prince a lot more than you can.
A lot more.
But on a musical level, Daryl Hall and John Oates are super amazing too.
All right, I got one.
Yeah.
He's got one. Go.
Spoonful of cinnamon.
This word association?
It is word association.
We're back.
Yeah.
Okay, we're smooth on this. Okay, so it's obviously my latest single, but
right.
Shout out to the new record.
Yeah, get that.
Yep.
I appreciate it. But it the title came from the fucking the cinnamon challenge. You know, like it's basically impossible to fucking
have a spoonful of
swallow
cinnamon. Yeah.
You can't do it. Like you can't do it.
Right.
And if you can, like you're
a G.
You're a demon. You're
Yeah.
a demon. Like you can't swallow a spoonful. It's basically impossible. But the reason for the title was because I felt like, bro, like I couldn't catch a break in 2020, and I'm still not catching, bro. Like I just two of my best friends in Miami just lost their mother. You know what I'm saying? Is like I think I've gone to at least fucking 15 funerals in the past year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
It's just been crazy, man. But yeah, Spoonful of Cinnamon is just like I couldn't pick a better title just because like I felt like fucking 2020 was like me trying to fucking breathe, like trying to breathe and keep up with, you know, a pandemic. I never even thought in a million years we'd see some shit like the Black Plague, you know what I'm saying? Like in a million years, like or have to deal with it. And I remember in the beginning, I mean, I'm sure you guys do too, like when we were wearing masks and gloves, you know what I'm saying?
That was at the beginning when we didn't know where this shit was coming from. Yeah,
I would not leave the house like that. And if I had to, I had fucking rubber gloves on, a mask, a fucking
I know how
bandana over my mask. Like I was not fucking around. And but yeah, like that single, and that single means a lot to me, man. And to put that out first. You know, I haven't put a single out in 10 years, so to put that out first, I think it definitely let people know, like, hey, this motherfucker has been on his shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, yeah, I took some time off, some well-needed time off, but came back with the flames, you know what I'm saying?
That. Yeah, you did. I think you're in a great place right now, and I'm very proud of you on a personal level, so...
Well, even more on just the song, I thought the visual was very powerful.
Wait, hold on. I got to see the video before Travie released it. And
this motherfucker hit me back like, yo, he's like, I'm in tears. Like,
yo, it was hard to watch that video.
It's really hard.
And I thank Travie because Travie and I always have this conversation about music and shit. Like, I respect Travie and artists like him because I can relate to it even though I can't. If I couldn't personally, I could still relate in some kind of way because I appreciate the vulnerability of an artist on a track. And I feel like right now a lot of music's losing that vulnerability and it's not real.
I think it's been lost.
It's hard to connect with an artist.
I mean, even just from the visual, not only the visuals, but like things that you were wearing, you know, the Frederick Douglass t-shirt to, you know, to being on the pavement and looking up the sweat, you know, everything like that. It's a very, very powerful visual. So
I appreciate that, man.
I think people should not only check out the song, get the song,
definitely. We're gonna put a link probably at the bottom of your
100%.
YouTube.
Check out the visual. It's very powerful visual.
I appreciate it. I actually wrote the treatment for that video, man. Like that's like the first video I've ever directed.
Well, it's amazing. Yeah, it is amazing.
You did your thing, man.
You did your thing.
Shout out to Rage, my man Dale. He killed it too. He crushed it. But yeah, it was hard. Like I had my fiance was on set, and there was parts where the cops were fucking me up, and she was like, I can't look at this. I can't see it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's too real.
Because
it could really fucking happen.
Absolutely.
I mean, it could have happened to me on a few occasions that I won't speak on, but it definitely could have happened on some real shit. Like, but.
So this has been amazing.
Thank you for your time, my brother, for sure.
What can we expect? What can we expect next? We're going on Spoonful of Cinnamon right now. The visuals you got to check out. More music coming up.
Absolutely,
he's got so much in the bag.
I like it.
Oh my god, too much in the bag.
I like it.
He's got like 3 albums finished.
Yeah, at least, and I can't get too deep into it, but I will say. The next single is definitely a lot more lighthearted, and you guys are gonna fucking love it.
I can't wait.
If you ever seen the movie ATL,
yes,
or Roll Bounce with Bow Wow,
yep, yeah. My favorite.
You mixed that with Warm Bodies about that zombie.
Oh, that movie was dope. Yeah, I like that movie.
And then you mix that with the Warriors. That's gonna be that's the next single.
I love it.
Try to put all that shit in your brain, and that's gonna be the next song.
That's exactly what the three of us are. We could relate to that because our brains work like that. We like to interject three different crazy things into one.
Absolutely.
That's what keeps it fun for us, man. We don't want to just stick to a box, bro.
No way. So episode 20. There's a legendary. And we get the legendary Travie McCoy on here.
One of my closest friends, one of my best friends.
I can't thank you enough for taking the time out. Man. I really appreciate you.
Love.
No, it's nothing.
Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll have you on again. Or maybe we can see him
in person.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we're going to make that happen.
Let's do it. Travie, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Brother. Thank you so much, man. What's up,
I'm the promoter. He's the DJ with Travie McCoy. Yeah. We're going to do.
Let's do that.
Let's do this.
So we're gonna talk about some,
Well, it's the entertainment section with Jason.
It's the entertainment section with Jason. Huh. So, fellas,
gather around, fellas.
Gather around, fellas. So I hit up Jeff this week about a few things. One was the T-Pain situation, which I thought was pretty amazing, and I'd like to get into that more. But I think Jeff thinks that there's some new information arising from the T-Pain statement.
No, this is the.
I understand what it is, but I was talking about both.
I want to talk about T-Pain next week.
I know. I'm saying I'm segueing in how we're going to talk about the T-Pain segment next week because Jeff thinks there's some developing stories coming out of it.
Developing news.
So basically, we'll touch on it for 1 second. If you didn't know, T-Pain went on an amazing rant that was not only hilarious but also very well put together about how do something different
and maybe truthful
and very truthful, because that's the problem I have with DJing right
and this is coming off Usher.
This is something I didn't know
2 weeks ago, telling him about 5 years ago that T-Pain ruined music, and T-Pain went into a 4-year depression
from that comment.
Damn, son. We can talk. I have a lot to say on this.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it next time. But what the hot topic is that I would I hit Jeff up about was shout out my dude, the real G,
the realest G,
DJ K Slay, that came out with 110 rappers on one song, dude. Not only did he come up with one song with 110 rappers on it that got 8 bars each, he also shot a video for this one song that is 43 minutes or 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it's bananas, I heard him on Shade 405 last night, Shade 45. Yeah. And he was talking about the amount of text messages in work to get 110 people on the same fucking page, let alone name some of the shows. Read some of the people that are on the shit.
Mount Bleak, Papoose, AZ, Raekwon, Ghostface, Bun B, Benny the Butcher, Styles P. I mean, you got to understand.
Just to name 7 of the 110.
So, just a little background. People don't know. K-Slay, he has the Drama Hour. He's been around from Hot 97.
Drama's in the building.
It's the
right
Drama
now?
King. It's the Drama King, K-Slay. He used to be a graffiti artist back in the 90s.
Yep.
Became a mixtape king. Is still the only person that has done strictly hip hop besides him and Static. Shout out Static.
Shout out my guy Static.
The only people in the past 30 years that really have stuck to the genre, have never done top 40, have done straight hip hop.
Straight boom bap.
So back in 2010, he had a song called 25 Deep, which was 25 artists on one track. Last year, he did a song called 50 Deep with 50 artists on one track. And now he has 110 deep.
I think he's going to tap out after this one, bro, because that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
To not only get him in the studio, one, to get him to shoot a video is bananas.
It's so crazy.
You're dealing with 110 egos, 110 PR people, 110 publicists, 110. Yeah. You are dealing with so much. He said it took 5 months to get that record done.
5 months?
5 months.
Well, actually, rest in peace, Fred the Godson is on that record.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he's no longer
I didn't
with
get
us.
that far into it. I'm going to tell you, it's like really far.
That's deep in there.
Yo, speaking of something entertaining, I was a little upset this afternoon because
why were you upset?
Now
Jason?
I have to call in a favor. I don't want to have to call in, but I'm really excited about something coming up.
What's coming up?
The Versus, August 3rd, the Locks and Dipset.
Oh, where is it live again from?
It's going to be at Madison Square Garden at the Hulu Theater. Wow. Tickets went on sale today, and I missed it.
Are you going in? Dude, what day of the week is that?
I think it's a Tuesday or something.
Road trip.
Got to call in favors.
I actually have a good K-Slay story.
I want to hear this K-Slay story, but I think this Versus is going to be one of the biggest ones.
Well, K-Slay is going to be there.
Of course. The Drama King will be in the building.
Drama King in the building.
In the Locks versus Dipset, like, come on, man. Like, Dipset, like...
Who has more heat?
Really mean it.
The first thing I said. First thing off the Locks or Dipset. One answer, real quick, off the top of your head.
Dipset all day.
All right.
Dipset. They had so many hits. So did the Locks.
Many.
Oh, but the Locks catalog is stupid, though. We spoke about this before, I think, on the show.
The individual ones are ridiculous.
Not only the individual ones, then you have them through their Bad Boy stage. Yeah. You have them through their D-Block stage. Yeah. You have them through their Rough Rider stage. These dudes like went from shiny suit dudes to like being in Rough Riders, where like they're like the biker crew, you know what I mean? Amazing career they've had, and they're still putting out records.
But then you have to go to Dipset's like individual catalog is pretty ridiculous.
You know who I really like that doesn't get enough props? I always loved Jewels, man. His first album was so good, man.
He does get enough.
I think Cameron takes all the heat.
No, you're wrong.
Even though Cameron hasn't put out a record in a minute, Jim's still put out mad records.
Jim's crazy.
I love Jim. Jim's dope, man. He did good. So that's exciting news. Yeah. Between the K-Slay, hip hop's like really,
I like it.
Is good. Oh, and I got in. I'm going to see Erykah Badu and West Side Gun in a couple of weeks.
Where?
At Radio City Music Hall.
Are you hoping she remembers you?
I hope she remembers me. Then I could maybe DJ her birthday party for sure this time.
Are you going to make a sign?
I am. I'm actually in the front row.
Oh, are you?
Of the second tier.
So my K-Slay story?
Yeah, let's hear the K-Slay story.
So I got hired about like a long time ago, maybe 15 years ago, to promote this party.
Oh my God.
And it was
it here in Boston?
It was right outside of Boston, but it was at like a fun and games or like some ridiculous like
a roller skating rink or like
kind of it was
like some personal guy was like, I got this great idea for a batting cages arcade.
Yeah, it was Dave before Dave and Buster's.
So I know exactly the setting. It's some guy. Somebody proposes this concert to him, and he sees these dollar signs, but not knowing the logistics that go into actually putting the show on.
Yeah, I mean, this guy.
I've seen it a million times.
So this guy proposed a deal to the guy that owned, say, Fun and Games.
Games.
Yeah, he's like, I'll rent out this room. The guy just saw money. It's like, yeah.
He saw dollar signs, like what?
They set up a stage, everything like that, and all of a sudden they're like putting round tables with chairs around it.
No,
and it was bad. So we go in there. So he hired me to promote it, which I should have said no in the beginning. He's like, we got K-Slay coming down and everything.
I think you got excited about K-Slay. The Drama King will be in the building.
So when K-Slay goes, wait, we're DJing at Fun and Games tonight, he was not that happy.
Bro, who's this? Yo, his manager definitely did not tell him the name of the venue.
It got way worse. So he's like, yo, take me out to a steak restaurant, right? And we're on Route 1. We're on Route 1. And if anybody's from Boston, they know, like, Hilltop Steakhouse was no longer there. I think it's where you live, actually, now. Not exactly. I won't tell where Jason lives, but It's like
I live in a high rise.
It's a steakhouse that's been around for 100 years, but it's like the old people go there at the end. You know, it's like where my parents go to. It's not like a fancy
it's called
steakhouse.
the Continental. I want to go there so bad. Is that what it was called?
It's called the Hilltop Steakhouse.
Oh, it was called. Is it not there anymore?
No, the big cactus is still there.
Oh, there's a. I know.
Yeah. So anyway, we go there and it's like all like he thinks we're going to a fancy like steakhouse. We go to like an old people steakhouse.
They're smoking cigarettes at the table, playing Keno and shit.
And he's like sitting there, is like, where the fuck am I at?
Yo, so he must be like, he's coming straight out of like the Bronx, New York. So
he's so mad because he's playing at Fun and Games. He's so mad because I didn't take him to the steakhouse. I was just along for the ride. The guy that booked him took him to the steakhouse. He's so mad about it. He's like, what's this old people steakhouse? And then he's so mad that he's chirping Funkmaster Flex on his two-way knife.
I'm God, on the Nextel.
He was so mad. He was yelling it into his Nextel out loud. Yeah, and that's my DJ Case story.
Yo, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
By the way, that was all improv. We're getting really good at this thing, man.
Yeah.
Hurley's been giving us a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
About how to actually behave in here.
Nah, I don't say we behave. But...
Well, this just in. Breaking news. From the Positive News Network with your host, Jeff London.
All right. We get some positive news.
Positive news.
There's Goodwill in North Central Texas.
I love Goodwill, by the way. You have to go there mad early.
So somebody donated a bunch of Atari games.
Oh, my God. I actually heard this story. Yeah, this is cool.
So the guys that, I guess, price things or that take the goods in to Goodwill to price them or clean them or whatever was kind of like a...
Or pass the inspection, like this could go out to the floor. It's
right.
Kind of okay. It's not broken.
Exactly. Yeah. I guess the guy's father was like a big time gamer guy. So when he saw the Atari games, he was like, wow, he knew some stuff about it and found this game. They don't know who donated it, by the way. So they don't know if the guy donated, meaning that he knew how much it was worth or just donated because donated. So the game that they found is an Atari game. It was worth more than $10,000. The game's called
That's insane.
Air Raid. So it's discovered one of the employees who's like, game me aficionado kind of guy, or
that's a big
his father
word.
was. Yeah.
Aficionado.
So they took it and they auctioned the game off. They got $10,000 for it, and so they raised the money for the game. Will go to the Goodwill. So they were given some stats about it. So $10,000 for Goodwill will provide 20 homeless individuals like job placement services, community resources, like housing, everything.
Food, that's amazing.
So for one game, 20 people, just lives probably changed.
That's amazing.
And that's the positive.
Shout out to the Goodwill. I like shopping at Goodwill, man. Seriously, I sometimes when I'm on the road, I'll go to like little places like that because people don't know what they have, and you find like sometimes you can find some shit because they don't even know what they have. Now, so apparently this game wasn't the Atari ET game.
It was called Air Raid. How much was the Atari ET game worth?
Minus $10,000 because it was apparently the worst video game ever made in the history of video games. It's so bad they actually made a documentary about how bad this video game was.
I gotta watch this.
You have to watch it. That's the positive news with Jeff London.
Oh man, another great episode. 20. We got 20 in the books.
We do. 20. This was fun. Jeff had some great energy today.
I did have some.
I just feed off his energy.
So make sure you follow us.
Jeff London _ and Jason Smith Music, and we are.
I'm the promoter. He's the DJ. Follow us. Big Night Shop.
Get our merch, for sure.
We got some new merch coming out in a couple, maybe a month or so. So check it out. We're just getting underway on that
Jeff
stuff.
is the genius behind the merch, and we come up with fun shit.
We do.
It's cool merch.
Yeah.
So get it, yo.
Subscribe, like. Thank you, Hurley. As always.
Shout Hurley. Shout Rick Ross.
Peace.